welcome back. I'm the Smithy D, and today we're back with another episode of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Hadouken! In this episode today of To Farm or Not To Farm, we will be looking at Darth Maul. Not only will we be looking at the character himself, but we'll also be looking at his ship, the Scimitar. Darth Maul is a deadly attacker that gains power and extra turns as enemies are defeated. Let's start this off by looking at his abilities. Raging Storm is Maul's basic. This deals physical damage to the target enemy. On a finishing blow, gain 100% turn meter with a 50% chance to also gain offense up for 2 turns. This attack deals double damage to Jedi. Once Omega, the offense up increases to 100%. Whirling Blades is Maul's special. It has a free cooldown. This special is an area effect. It deals physical damage to all enemies and inflict daze for 2 turns. This attack deals double damage to Jedi. So if you're wondering what daze is, this is a brand new negative status effect added to the game. When a character has been dazed, they are unable to assist, counter attack, or gain turn meter. Daze especially is going to change the tide of the battle and how it's played out. Currently in game, there's a lot of characters that gain turn meter and do a lot of assists. A perfect example is Wedge and Biggs, Anakin Skywalker, the counter of Sun Fac. All this is going to be affected by daze. However, daze can be cleansed. I will be discussing Maul's leadership ability towards the end of this video, including the Zeta and what that means versus a Qui-Gon Zeta leader ability. Darth Maul's unique is called Power of Hatred. Whenever an enemy is defeated, Darth Maul gains bonuses for the rest of the encounter. First enemy defeated, 20% critical chance. Second enemy, 20% evasion. Third enemy, 20% max health recovery on hitting with an attack. Once Omega'd, it's going to give a plus of 5% critical chance, evasion and heal, plus 20% max health gain. Max health equal to 10% of damage dealt, and potency equal to 0.3 of max health. Combined with this unique, Maul's leadership, and the ability that he's able to inflict daze, and most of all, he does double damage to Jedi, this is definitely going to make Maul very viable in the next meta. Before I give my final thoughts on Maul, we are going to be looking at his ship, the Scimitar. The Scimitar's basic is called Dread Cannons. Deal physical damage to the target enemy if the Scimitar is stealthed, remove 80% turn meter and lose stealth. Scimitar's crew ability is called Slip Through. This has a cooldown of 3. Target ally gains protection up 45% and retribution for 2 turns, and all other allies gain stealth for 2 turns. Once this has been leveled up to level 7, it gains an additional 5% protection, which is going to take the protection up to 50%. This ability right here is very powerful, and it can be vital to winning those battles or just dominating in the space battles. The Scimitar's unique is called Lurking Threat, currently at level 5. Stealth allies gain plus 27.5 offense. In addition, whenever an enemy reinforces, the Scimitar inflicts target lock on them for 2 turns. This is a great unique. So what we know so far about the Scimitar, it's very team-based a ship. If you're running tanky ships with this is going to work putting retribution on them. It's going to stealth other ships in your fleet. It's also going to give the ability to target lock any reinforcements coming to the battle. And currently there's a lot of ships out there that do so much more versus target locked enemies. So we've gone through the character, we've gone through the ship. Let's give our final thoughts on Darth Maul. Let's start by comparing Qui-Gon leader ability versus Darth Maul's leader ability. Qui-Gon Zeta leader ability will give all Jedi allies plus 30 speed. Jedi allies also gain offense equal to 3 times their speed, and gain foresight for 2 turns at the start of each encounter and whenever any unit is defeated. Now let's have a look at Darth Maul's Zeta leader ability. All Sith allies gain 20% evasion and 20% turn meter whenever they evade or are critically hit. Sith allies gain stealth for 1 turn on evade and can't be critically hit while stealthed. Gain advantage for 2 turns whenever stealth expires, and gain all on evade bonuses at the start of each encounter. So this is how it's going to play out. If there was a squad with a Qui-Gon Zeta and it was full of 5 Jedi, you're then running 4 Sith in the Maul squad. Next to these 4 Sith, you're going to put Sun Fac in. The 5 Jedi are going to have that extra attack, but unfortunately they're only going to be able to hit Sun Fac. The Sith are going to enter this battle in stealth, while Jedi are going to enter with foresight up. When the Jedi attacks Sun Fac, he's going to have a high chance of countering and removing that foresight. If Anakin used his AoE to try and clear out the squad, this is not going to work because the Sith, while in stealth, cannot be critically hit. They are also going to get 20% turn meter for every evade they do. This is then going to allow Darth Maul to do his AoE attack and lay down that daze. Whereas in their own area versus other squad, Sith and the Jedi are going to be very, very powerful. The Jedi do have Yoda that can use his battle meditation, and Yoda fortunately is very, very quick, and especially under a Qui-Gon Jinn lead. This can swiftly change the battle of how these leaderships play out. But in my opinion, you either go Darth Maul or you go Qui-Gon Jinn. There are so many possibilities with these two leaderships. Darth Maul, however, can hit very, very hard versus Jedi, giving Darth Maul the victor in my opinion. Without a shadow of a doubt, we will see new Jedi with new abilities, new Sith with new abilities also. After the slight rework that Maul has received, he is very, very viable in the next Qui-Gon Jinn Jedi meta. He's kind of like the counter. He's strong versus Jedi. He's going to hit hard against them. He's got a daze AoE. His unique, let's talk about his unique. His unique gives him more power and more health every time an enemy is defeated. Rey can easily put the end to some fucker countering against a Jedi team. Rey is very fast. She's not a Jedi currently in the game. We haven't seen a Jedi version that is farmable or purchasable from the Chromium packs, but her Rey character can afflict daze from the get-go, and she is very, very quick. Maul, in my opinion, is a solid farm. We also have characters out there like B2 that has the ability to clear Foresight. Hopefully in the near future we will see Maul added to the arena shipments. Currently Maul is only obtainable from the fleet shipments and the Chromium packs. Then on top of that you're going to have to farm his ship, the Scimitar, because that is a must farm. That ship is very, very powerful, and I would advise anyone that has Maul, go out and get that ship. If you currently don't have Maul, it may be a stretch to go get him from the fleet shipment store, bearing in mind that you want to be getting your ship so you can get those Zetas. You're going to need 5-star ships pretty much to do that challenge and get those Zetas. So what are your thoughts on Maul? Are you going to farm him? Do you currently have him? Are you going after his ship? Let me know in the comments below. Again, a big thank you to Makes for helping me with this footage. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you very much for watching my video today. If you've enjoyed it, please make sure you're smashing that like button and sharing my video. If you haven't already subscribed, then please do that right now. As always, may the Force be with you, always.